pictures because she gets irritated. Whatever irritates Kym, I like to do.
Funny mamas.
So I was like, I had
got 17 more things to do. And then a dude just gets
Oh, hey. Hey,
Hey
y'all.
everybody, Kym
Welcome to Two
Whitley
Funny
and I.
Mamas.
Welcome to Two Funny Mamas. Kym Whitley and I are going live, so come on over to YouTube to Two Funny Mamas and
Wait, I didn't get to do that on my
join us.
Instagram, on my, where'd you do that on?
I did it on live on Instagram. I'm talking to Kym Whitley. She don't know how to operate
Oh,
that.
Instagram's a website, social media
Instagram is
website
a
where you post
website.
pictures.
Tell your followers that we're doing a live together on Two Funny Mamas on YouTube. So if they go to Two Funny Mamas on YouTube, we're doing a Christmas holiday live. So we would love for them to join us. If you come and go, you guys, I'm going to get off the live, clean your screen, Kym, and I'm going to jump on to YouTube so I can commit to you. But join us on YouTube. So I'm going to jump off. Come to YouTube and go to Two Funny Mamas. And we're doing a live right now. Did you get on your live, Kym?
So what are you telling the people? Hey, y'all. Hey, guess what?
Sherri,
Me and Sherri
talk slower.
Go
Slower.
Kym, I'm telling the people to
talk slower.
Go over to YouTube and look up Two Funny Mamas, and Kym Whitley and I are doing a live Merry Christmas for the holidays, and we're stopping for the year. So this is the last time you're going to see us together. So go to the live.
Wait, what do you mean it's the last time? You leave
the last time.
It's
the last.
the freaking last time we're going to be together
for Christmas. Talk show host Scott, you stay out of it. Oh, that's funny. My brother in it. Hey, y'all, listen. Y'all go over to YouTube. I just got on here to say me and Sherri are about to do a live on our YouTube.
No, we're doing the live now.
Oh, we're doing the live now.
We're live now.
Okay, look at my brother made me.
Okay, you guys, so come over. We just wanted to say happy holidays to you on the live. So jump off
go
of
to
this
YouTube
live.
And go to Two Funny Mamas. TWO?
No, THRU. THRU Funny Mamas. Go to Two Funny Mamas. TWO.
TWO Funny Mamas. She's rude.
So go over to YouTube, you guys. I'm going to get off this. Let me switch it back over.
And then I'll be back.
Anyway, you guys, Kym and I, this is the last podcast we're going to do for the year of 2022.
Excellent start.
So come on over to, my eyes are crossing, but come on over to YouTube.
Okay, so we about
Funny Mamas, and we'll continue. All right, so I just wanted to say happy holidays, y'all. I'll see you over at Two Funny
All right, we'll see y'all. Come on over to Two Funny Mamas so we can say happy holiday. It's our last one for the season. I didn't know what Sherri was saying, but I'll see y'all in a minute. Hit us on YouTube right now. Bye,
okay,
y'all.
bye-bye,
happy holidays.
Okay. Happy holidays. Come on over to YouTube. All
do
right.
we post that or don't post that?
No, yes, we can post it so that they can see that we're on the live right now. So post it. Okay, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, I'm posting it. I'm going to share. And then you go back and delete it.
Okay.
And then you put, let me see. Hey, everybody, come to our YouTube channel right now because Kym Whitley and I are doing a live for the last time in 2022. Exclamation.
I think if you speak slower, it helps.
Speak slower to who? Kym Whitley?
Everybody, just really slow.
And our YouTube channel, is it Two Funny Mamas?
No, it's Hey Ho. That's what it is. Yes, Two Funny Mamas. Good grief. Your voice, I was doing text to voice and now it's got you going, is it Two Funny Mamas? You messing me up. At YouTube channel right now because at Kym Whitley. Okay, so we're gonna put you in there.
Why do we have to do that? Why do we have to put our names in there?
I'm tagging you. Why are you asking me technical stuff right now?
I don't understand.
Come on, Net. Why are you asking me this dumb shit right? Excuse me, right now. Sorry.
Talk show host.
No, I don't need to do the this on my talk show. I don't get to curse.
You sure don't.
You have a
Okay,
talk
come
show?
join us. Come
All right,
on
I'm
in.
finished.
Oh,
How do you?
oh golly.
Oh my gosh.
Come and join us
Why did we
for the
start
holiday.
live, Chris?
You tell me. You were 30 minutes late.
Oh, I wasn't late. I was sitting here on the channel with you. Don't start that boo.
Oh, here we go.
I was
All
sitting
right,
there. Did y'all see?
I posted. I just
I did
posted.
too. Did y'all see
I
what
need
my brother
somebody to
made
zip up
me?
the back
Look
of
at
my
this.
dress. Okay, here we go.
Y'all can't
There we
see
go.
this. Look at this. He made
Your
me.
hair is the same color as my dress.
I know. Why you so dressed up? Look at what my brother made me. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, it's Malcolm X.
No, it's a okay.
Oh, on your shirt or the drink? Oh,
The
sorry.
drink.
Oh, Kyle made you that or Scott?
Scott made me. Kyle don't know how to do this.
I'm glad you
Scott
remember me,
just
Sherri.
lost 100 pounds and he just serving up the year. I love it. Hey, Scott.
See, Sherri remembers me.
Oh,
Scott, look
no,
at you.
he's
You
talking
look
about.
good. Okay,
Thank
fans, I
you.
want y'all to look at Kym and Scott. They look like twins.
That is funny.
Scott lost all his weight on Weight Watchers.
Weight Watchers.
In like
How much
4
weight
months.
did you lose, Scott?
55.
Dang.
55 pounds.
Wow.
55
Congrats.
pounds.
And he lost it in like 3 months.
No, about 5, 6. 5 or 6.
You did good.
Wow, Scott, that's so awesome. 55 pounds in 5 to 6 months. And you did it healthy because you guys
Healthy.
would get on the and it's so great because y'all would have a group chat, everybody that was on the Weight Watchers program, and you would talk about the different challenges you were facing to inspire other people, and you would learn. And I remember you on the chat and you were talking about what you were going through. And to see where you are now, congratulations. Your
Thank you
face
very
all
much.
skinny.
Thank you.
Oh, he was a chubby.
That's why I jumped on it. Kym called me a chubby. I was like, okay.
Oh
I got
no,
some
she called you a fatty last week.
Yeah, basically. Yes. She's being nice.
He called me fat my whole life. And I was like, oh, you the fat one in the family now.
That's what did it. That's what did it.
Scott, I'm really surprised. I just have to ask you, you're a really amazing architect out there in Cleveland. You're successful. Your wife is a doctor. Yes, am I correct?
Yes. Yeah,
Your
you
wife
are correct.
is a doctor. As many single friends as Kym has, why is she only introducing us to comics? How come there's no architects? Even when y'all all came out for Kyle's bachelor party, all of them professionals, why you never tried to hook up any of Kym's friends with none of your
architects around anymore?
Kym dated a dude named Buzzy back in the day. And she is that I think that imprinted on Kym. And that's what Kym likes. Okay, it's not about what it ain't about what we bring. It's what Kym likes.
See, it's time to get off the thing.
No, I'm not done talking to Scott because I want to ask him another question.
Oh,
I want to ask Scott another question.
What you got?
Not even the men, Scott. Everybody in your family is you guys are so smart and accomplished. Your father and your uncle started this architecture firm. How did Kym sway away from the architects in the family? You got doctors, you got architects. How did she become a stand-up comic and loud at that and ignorant?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
This may not bode well for the family, but see, we grew up in this is probably back in the 80s. Women weren't really doing their thing like they're doing now. And back then it was kind of like, Kym will get married to somebody and they'll take care of her.
A senator or a judge.
When she said she's going out to California to become an actor, we were like, go on, go do your little thing. You'll be back. You'll get fine. Go. That's cute. That's nice. And she went out there and never came back. And then she slowly started to ascend higher than everybody else.
But you know what I say though about Kym is so funny because Kym is here we go. Like she is a beautiful spirit. Spirit-filled ADHD soul. I love it. But Kym is so gorgeously beautiful. Like Kym was meant to be married to a senator and divorced, and then with the judge.
Yes.
And then divorced from the judge, filthy rich, having young lovers. Like, that's what I envision for
That
Kym.
was hysterical.
Like, I
That's
just
what we all
don't, this
thought.
life that she has, she's so successful. And I include Joshua in that life of, you know, being divorced from the senator and the judge. And Kym, like, actually, like, running for office because she's filthy rich, and a scandal happening. They find out about her lovers. Her son Joshua becomes like Anderson Cooper. You know,
Right.
Kym, and now she, you know, she's got a jewelry line on QVC. Oh, just beautiful. But
Right.
like, I really like, I just think, wow, Kym went this road to being a comic. Men love her. Men like Buzzy. Like, that's who loves
Buzzy.
Kym. Men
Why
like
you
Buzzy.
give her any
I
ammunition?
know I shouldn't have done, but I
Oh,
shouldn't
no,
I'm
I'm
have
gonna
not
hear
done.
going to let
that
Kym forget
name
this.
forever.
Kym laid herself bare for Buzzy. You could have been with, who's that big senator? Cory Booker. Who's the other senator? Who's the head of the NAACP, that light-skinned dude?
Something's
That
wrong with her.
was
You
with
can't give her no.
that was with the NAACP, the older one.
Cory,
She put that dress on and got powers today.
yeah, she
I
does.
just, because I have Scott here to really give me some
She got a
insight
shiny
into
dress
the
on. Let me
mind
touch her.
of Kym Whitley. What makes this girl tick, and why she got ADHD? Can you tell me that?
Let me tell you, what's so funny about people is Kym was like this all her life. You know, this is, you know, it wasn't like Kym grew into this. Kym
Oh,
has been Kym since she was 3 years old, bossing people, running things. That Kym has been, that's been Kym.
Tell her what
It's
was my
amazing.
nickname.
We used to call her Boss Moss.
oh,
Kym was the
it
Boss
hasn't
Moss.
changed.
It has not changed. It has not changed. Kym has been
I
bossing and ordering and telling people, go get me. I mean, since she was 2 years old. Kym, didn't you snatch my bottle or something? Like, just, I mean, she's just been
I
a
did.
gangster all
I
her
used to
life.
I used to take his bike. We had a double stroller, and he was in the front, and I was in the back. And my mother said she finally caught me one day. I would take his bottle, drink the whole thing, and then stick it back in his mouth.
Right, right.
And she said she didn't know how long the boy wasn't gaining no weight. I was drinking all the milk. Because we're
You
only
had him on
11
Weight
months.
Watchers as a baby.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we're only 11 months apart. So
Oh, Kym
is
Whitley.
that not funny?
Oh
Yeah,
my
so.
God. I found Kym read us a letter when she was 16, I think, Scott,
Remember
that she wrote to
the
her
letter,
mother.
the fellas. Remember the letter that we read here in the kitchen? And I said, Mommy, there's a fella I like.
Yes.
The
Who was
fella.
that, Buzzy?
It was.
It was
It was
Buzzy, yeah.
Buzzy. What is Buzzy
And my
doing? Is he
daddy
married?
disapproved of Buzzy. My
My
daddy
daddy
I know.
saved
really
me.
disapproved of
Oh,
that.
this is another thing. Is this bad? Because your father, he watches my show, and I really want to do something for him, but really like an essential nature. I just want to make him smile. Is that bad? I know your daddy want me, so I just.
She said, I know your daddy want me. What's wrong with it? Look at Hannah's over here like this. You uncomfortable?
You uncomfortable thinking that thought
Hannah
about
was
your
there.
granddad?
Hannah, come say hi.
We got the whole
Wait.
Whitley clan. I love this. Hannah is Kym's niece, and she's on hiatus from
Hadestown.
Hadestown, where she's playing the lead. That is my Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Sherri!
I'm
Hi!
so look at you, beautiful. How is it on you just doing Hadestown?
It's been a dream come true. I love the show. I love doing it every night, and I don't know, like I do feel like I'm living my dream. So like I've been doing theater since I was 7 years old. So this is definitely
Touring the country.
exciting. Touring the country.
See.
Super fun. Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you think that your aunt being an actress played any part in your decision to go into the acting field?
Kind of and kind of not. I feel like
Lies.
no, I don't know. I think kind of and kind of not, because I think I was into theater, not because she was doing film. Because when I was growing up, she was always on TV, and I really only wanted to do theater for such a long time. So But she definitely
It's in
played.
our family too. It's, you know, a lot of
Yeah.
performers are in our family.
But yeah, you definitely played a huge role though in taking me to go see all the shows
So I took you
and
to New York for
exposing.
the first time.
Yeah, it's taking me to New York for the first time, exposing me to all the theater.
And the backstage.
In the backstage.
And the
I got
lights.
spoiled quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
I think that your parents, though, with Kym going out on her own, I think they saw that and really, it probably helped them encouraging you and that dream and that desire that you had. Because otherwise, your butt would have been an architect too. So I think
agree.
that,
Or I would have ended up a doctor. Something.
yeah,
crazy.
you'd have ended up a doctor. But I think that your parents seeing Kym probably were able to go, okay, this could actually
Yes.
work.
Yes.
That is true.
Really
That is
good.
true.
Oh,
She was, yeah, because it was tough. She said she wanted to be in music theater. Sending her to college for music theater was kind of like, is this serious? But because of Kym's success and how happy Kym is doing, living her dream, we said people got to follow their passions. Otherwise, we would have tried to sway her in a different direction.
They did.
Trust me.
Because Hannah, you have to know, typically with us sending a child to college, that's a big deal. We don't send our kids to college for no damn musical theater. That's one thing. We're not paying no money for no musical theater because ain't no future. Let me tell you about black folks. Black folks go, what the hell kind of future? If we paying all this money for you to learn notes and symbols,
right? And sing and dance.
So you really have to thank your parents for it. That was a leap of faith for them because that costs money.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Say something, Jessica. Jessica was about to sing. Say hey.
Is that Dr. Jessica?
Dr. Jessica.
See,
I
I'm
know
not
Dr. Jessica.
She talking about I'm not camera ready.
Hey y'all.
So Dr. Jessica.
Tell me, Sherri.
I know Ray Scott because he's an architect. He got colleagues. You know a lot of single doctors. You know Kym got so many single friends out here. Why have you never tried to hook her or us up with some of your colleagues?
Oh, I didn't know y'all were interested. I thought y'all wanted, you know, like Hollywood people or you know,
that's only Kym.
Sports people.
Kym likes. I'm telling you,
Sherri.
Kym has a type.
Sherri,
I don't have no type.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna round up all the single doctors that I know, and I think we should do a dating game. And you know, we hook up and and see how it goes.
I like them, but you know what I like about the doctors, Jessica, is because they never home. They're always working. Doctor's always on call, especially one because I went out with one. He delivered babies. This one, everybody have a baby around midnight to 3. So he forget it. I never saw him.
That. Yeah.
So doctors are really good.
Okay, I got some for you, Sherri. I got you.
Okay, we got it.
What's your type?
My type?
Yeah.
Oh, you did bring your hair last night. Okay. I don't have no type. Don't listen to your daddy. I used to have a type. Now I just want him breathing, with a little bit of teeth. His own teeth. But he didn't even remember back in the day when we was young. That poor bird is so cold out here. Look at the bird can't fly in the cold. No. Look, he's struggling. We used to say potential, but we don't. They ain't got. That's too old. You can't have potential and you 50.
No,
it's over.
Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment.
You would agree with that?
Yeah, they can't have no potential.
Yeah, I don't really want a 50 to 59-year-old telling me he got a lot of potential.
Yeah, that's what my parents like. Well, he got potential. Now we like, no, his potential should have been met by now.
Yeah, I like your daddy's age. Your daddy's sugar daddy material. That's what I like. I like go sit. Hannah, what are you still in the screen for? I'm talking to an adult.
I don't know.
That's but wait, go see if Hadestown comes to your city.
Come see it.
Come see.
Come see me. Come to the cast.
What's the character you play?
Eurydice in Hadestown. Come see it in a city near you. We'll be in.
What's your next city?
Naples. We'll be in Naples, Florida soon, and
West Palm.
And then Cleveland.
Okay, so when you come back to New York, when you come back to New York, come see me, and then we'll go hit some Broadway.
She was asking you about that play that she had the wrong name for.
I know.
Ain't no more. It's still it's about to shut down.
Close.
But it's still open though because they keep buying out days.
Yeah, everybody go see that show. I heard it's amazing. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, it is. So you have to come see
my
it.
little niece. So we want to
I
talk
love
to you,
Hannah. That's my darling right there. That
little
Hannah.
Hannah. She's doing such a good job. I want her to get her eating together. Um, yeah, I put it out there. She's a vegan, but she doesn't understand. Vegan does not mean you just eat grapes all day or a piece of bread. And it's
Oh
really
no.
irritating me
She's gonna look like a
because I
skeleton.
want any vegan people to write in because she's not getting the nutritional values for her
No.
body. She has to
No,
understand she's not. Is she on vitamins, Jessica? Her mama a doctor. See what I'm saying?
Well, I talked to her about this,
You did?
and I
she needs
told her.
protein.
Yes.
So she has incorporated. She's
Okay.
incorporated salmon and shrimp back into her diet because I
Oh, so
Oh,
she's
said,
a pescatarian.
yeah, she's a pescatarian that is no dairy. She doesn't do dairy because
okay.
it
Okay.
messes with her voice.
Voice.
So she does salmon and vegetables a lot.
But
Okay, well good.
yesterday
She's
she ate grapes and bread.
That's only because she didn't feel like cooking.
Okay, but she has
okay,
to.
she
Okay.
needs she's just like her auntie. She needs some like beans and
Or
nuts.
something. Oh, beans would be
Lentils.
good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
worry about her, especially with that schedule and work.
because it's
But
so
one thing
grueling.
I wanted to talk to you about, I don't know where Scott went. Scott! All right.
This is
We
a
were
joy
talking about this
to
is a
have you with
joy.
your family. Well, you with your family, because I really get some insight into your craziness. And now that I know you've been this ignorant since you was 2, stealing your brother's bottle, I just know there's nothing I could do with you. I just got to accept it because it's too late to change you. It
Okay.
really,
Jessica,
I
okay,
pray.
Jessica. So we wanna talk to you because you have a young son.
Ah.
Yeah, so let's bring Sherri in this conversation we were having this morning.
Let Scott in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we want to talk to you. We were having this conversation, and I think I'm not going to.
We're
Okay.
frozen. Oh,
Huh?
go
No.
ahead.
Okay. How do we pose the question? Is it
Well,
okay?
she was pointing out that our son is not getting taught domestic skills at this age. At this,
He's 17,
he's 17,
about to go to college,
about to go to college.
and he's not cooking at the house. He's not cleaning up the dishes. He's a great kid, straight A's.
I
Love him
know.
to death. But I feel like we should be teaching our sons how to, because you have like a great friend that I've seen who knows how to cook. And like I have like, see Mickey's sons, they know how to cook, clean. And Scott was saying when the rubber meets the road, he's going to learn. What is your thought on this?
I guess maybe it's different because I'm a single mom, and I know, Scott, that I don't want my son to be with no woman. And she go, "You don't know how to do nothing? What did mama teach you?"
See, that's what I
You know,
said.
because that's how I look at a man. When a man looks at me like, "You not gonna do it,"
You
didn't
can
your mother
come in.
teach you nothing? And so
Okay, I'm sorry.
well, I was just gonna, and I'm gonna let you speak. Jeffrey washes his clothes. He makes his bed. On Saturdays is when we clean. He is on his knees scrubbing the toilet, the tub where he didn't got it dirty. He cleans the glass. We take the sheets off because apparently teenage boys need to change them sheets a lot. We take without, so we pull
It's
the sheets
natural.
off. He washes, he folds up his clothes, he hangs them up because you got to learn how to live without me. He washes the dishes. He don't cook. He's going to learn how to cook, but when he's finished, he makes his plate and he goes and he washes that dish and he puts it in the rack. And he vacuums the floor. He got chores. This ain't no free ride. You 17 years old. You may be in college, you may be living with a girl. And I said, women don't like nasty men. They don't like going to sit on the toilet and there's pee everywhere. They don't like toothpaste. A woman will look at you and go, "You're dirty, nasty," and I don't want that for you.
And who's your mama? That's what they're gonna be like. How your mama let you roll up like this?
So I don't know if that's because y'all married. For me as a single woman, I'm like, it's my job to equip this boy to go out and fly and live on his own. I don't want him calling me and I walk in his apartment and it's just nasty. Ew.
So I 100% agree with that. My thing is, David, either you need to know how to do it or you better know how to pay somebody to do it. So he has said, I'm gonna know how to pay somebody to do it. And he does perform. He's a 4.3 GPA. He's in lacrosse. He does community service. And so I'm like, you look like you're on your way to be able to pay somebody to do it. So I'm gonna be.
But
and he does. His room is not funky. His room is not funky.
But
and he takes out the trash.
That ain't quick for me, Jessica.
Wait, it's live. Oh, do we have any comments, Chris? Are any women chiming in? I know people are saying something.
Yes, I have to. So while Chris is getting these comments, for me, Jessica, I've been with men who go, I pay somebody to do that. Something in me though goes, dang, Ninja, you can't go and fix that yourself. You gotta pay somebody.
Told you.
And I love a man that can pay, but it turns me on to know you a man's man. And if something break, you can fix it. Not go, we got to get the phone booked so we can find somebody because I got the money to do this.
But so do that's a good point because it does take some time for somebody to come out. So you, Scott,
and I love. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know, and I love because I met your son. He's so amazing, and he's really, really smart. I think that's just the icing on the cake if he knows how to do
that. We have time before he goes to college. He only has 6-7 months.
He gonna be rebelling. You gonna throw this on him 6 months before he go? You ain't never made him clean the toilet. Now all of a sudden you gonna give him a brush when he got a 4.0?
Right. He's gonna rebel. He's gonna rebel.
No, if his auntie asked him to cook some of these little prepared meals, that I want him to learn, and just to wash the dishes after somebody cooks. He's a really cool kid. Now Joshua would rebel. I don't think David is a good learner. He doesn't fight back. I've never had David fight me back on anything I've asked him to do.
True.
Yeah, so
But as soon as you leave,
it's gonna stop.
He gonna rebel.
He gonna rebel.
But if I ask him if he can do it once a week,
he'll ask you how
much?
Yeah, that's what he'll ask you. But if we made him do it, he would. So perhaps I could take feedback, and that I appreciate that, Sherri, because I want my son to be all that and a bag of chips.
Yep.
I want him to be the sundae with the cherry on top. So,
and he's almost there.
And when he goes to college, though, Jessica, he ain't gonna be in a position to really be hiring nobody to do his dorm. That's just stuff he's got to be able to do. Otherwise, because if he's living with somebody who don't know how to do it, that's gonna be a nasty dorm room. I mean,
like my house.
Yeah, but he does. I make him keep his room straight. See, that's what non-negotiable. He can't have a funky room.
His room is nice.
He keeps his room straight. He has to be organized.
He
has a very organized system. His clothes are color-coded in the closet. And he keeps.
Dad, you got him in the military.
We got a housekeeper.
Well, no, she doesn't do that. No,
Scott.
I'm just messing.
She does. Janera doesn't keep the clothes.
This is my
family.
I'm sitting there looking like, who's she talking about? No, I'm just.
Well, here's the thing, because we have a cleaning lady too.
You got to pre-clean. You can't just have all your stuff on the floor and think somebody. You got to pre-clean.
I woke up one morning while I was here, all this stomping and running around. Jessica swinging open the door. I said, "What is going on?" She said, "The housekeeper coming. I got to clean." I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
You got to pre-clean.
No, ain't nobody doing all that.
I don't mind. We have a cleaning woman that comes as well, and this one I realized I have to teach Jeffrey. It was because we've always had a cleaning woman, because I got to the point where I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna pay somebody. But when I told Jeffrey to clean up his room, he said, Juanita's coming. So why do I have to do that? And I said, I realized, so you depend too much on your mother and what she's doing, and you're taking this for granted. So even though the cleaning lady comes and she cleans Jeffrey's room, I still make him get on that floor and scrub that daggone toilet. I still make him do everything, because I go, you are not going to be able to have a cleaning lady. Your mama does.
Right.
You can't, that the privilege is with your mother, not you. And so,
and let me say to our listeners and our viewers, we're not so rich and above that we got people that live with us cleaning up behind us. No.
Oh no.
We got somebody come in once a week to help us out because, we work so much. And you're right. Joshua got to the point that he was like, Miss Ophelia coming. So guess what? Miss Ophelia doesn't do his room at all. I don't let, only every now and then I'll tell her to go in and mop. I said, no, I'm not going to have this woman picking up all that little toys and gum. And I said, absolutely not. I said, you keep your room clean, because what they say, what mama and daddy have, God bless the child, they got their own.
Well, and then I'll tell you the truth. What David is coming through is a renaissance that I didn't come through on. I came through a time where men worked a lot of women did not work
outside the home. Yeah.
And now he's coming through a period where most people are two working families. And there is a balance there there used to be roles. Now
mama stayed home and daddy went to work.
Now there's a balance where you have to say, hey,
everybody
we all working, so we all gotta
contribute to the house.
The house.
But David
and I think that when David gets with his girlfriend or his wife, it's gonna just be a lot of goodwill if she's cooking or he's cooking, and he can chip in and also help her in that kitchen. If he says, I'm gonna, any man that says to me, honey, I'm gonna do the dishes.
See what I say?
Hannah ain't around, is she? Because I'm gonna get grown. Any man that say to me, I'm gonna do the dishes, baby, I might be unbuttoning my shirt. I like that.
I know it is. Scott aerated the lawn one time. It was the sexiest thing he's ever done.
She almost attacked him.
I was like, look at him aerating that lawn.
She was.
Ooh.
It was.
Yeah, we better teach David, honey. We better teach David.
It was scary.
Teach David how to mow that lawn. He'll be mowing that lawn.
I know. She was sitting there.
No, not Sherri. He aerated the lawn. Mowing the lawn would not have done it. Mowing the lawn is regular. Aerating, you got this big thing. It pokes holes in your grass.
You gotta push.
I
felt like Toby out there.
Don't say you felt like Toby. You can't compare that to no Toby.
I'm sorry.
I didn't never knew what aerator was, Jessica, but I'm gonna have that on my profile. You got to know how to aerate, not aerate.
Lawn, honey.
Aerate that lawn. That's gonna go my sexual lingo from now on.
She said a sexual lingo.
You better aerate this lawn. I like that.
You gotta ask the question. Have you ever aerated a lawn before?
What the dude Sherri date gonna be like? What's that word? Aerating.
Two R's and the L. Is the L silent? But I like it, Jessica. Aerate. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna say that on the show. If a man can't aerate my lawn, move on. He don't know how to poke the holes in it. Shoot, you gotta go somewhere.
Aerating the lawn.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what have we come to the conclusion? Are y'all gonna work on David, or we letting it go?
No, we're gonna work on David.
David needs to be worked on. There's no doubt David needs to be worked on.
You see why we got an NAACP Image Award? We change lives.
We change lives. Now if I can get Joshua to do this stuff, it's trying to get him to even just. But
this one I want to talk to Scott. Okay. I want to ask Scott and Jessica a question. I'm so glad that they're there, because I posted on my Instagram. I know you saw it, Kym. There was a young Black man at the Patriots game. I don't know if y'all saw this video. He was at the Patriots game with the older man. It was his first time attending the Patriots game. There was a drunk white woman who was getting all in his face, screaming. And when you scream in somebody's face, spit come out. So I'm going to say she was screaming, spitting in his face about how dare they there in her city of New England with this jersey on. She pushed him one time and he never responded to her. The lady's husband tried to pull her a few times. Then they started hugging, the lady and her husband. They were rejoicing because the other team had won, I think. I don't watch football. I think the Patriots.
She was a Raiders, just Sherri. She's a Raiders fan. They were watching at New England. She was berating the guy in the stands, and there you go.
Okay, and then she got back in his face, jumped in front of him with the T-shirt and was waving it. So literally, she kept screaming this close to him in his face. But the older gentleman hugged the guy, and I guess he was saying to him, don't act up. Guy remained calm. my blood was boiling
Mm-hmm.
because I felt, and I got over, it's close to maybe 3,500 comments on this, because I said, how do I equip my son? And how do I equip my son who loves to go to sporting events to deal with this kind of situation if somebody did this to him? And I'm breaking it down because it was a woman who, you can't put your hands on a woman like you can a man if a man was doing that. It was a white woman and he was a black man. So a young black man. And I say that because I felt it was a lot of privilege on her end, because intrinsically she knew this boy not gonna hit me because I'm gonna call security, and he's not gonna do anything. So I felt it was a lot of privilege. And I know people comment and say, Sherri, this is what they do. They trash talk all the time. I know that because I've been to sporting events and I know trash talking. But the level that she was doing to him was out of control. And I know when I went to the Super Bowl with my ex-husband, somebody was trash talking a little young boy, and he said something to me, and my ex-husband, I love Sal for this. He turned around, he said, do it one more time and I'm gonna knock the blank out of you. That boy never turned around and said, because we were patriots and we were sitting in the wrong section, where all of the Giants were, or Jets, whoever they had played. But he never turned back around and trash talked me again. So what I say to ask you is, how do you equip your child? Because I felt like now he can't enjoy the game. He either got to get up and leave, which means he can't have a great experience, because he can't turn around and pop this woman in the mouth like I would have done if she got in my son's face. DC told me I had to take that phrase out of the Instagram thing. She said, you on the talk show, you can't be saying you're gonna be popping a white
somebody
woman
in the face. Yeah.
So I took that part out. But get in my son's face. Yeah.
Sherri also wanted to say the woman was allegedly drunk. We don't know that. So Sherri
so we don't even know she was drunk.
But we don't make excuses. That's
allegedly.
The problem. Sometimes we make excuses for people who are drinking. And I think it's on her husband, unless he's drunk. But you always wait for other people to step in, and nobody steps in.
He couldn't control her. He kept trying to pull her. And he finally got, but then after she hugged
security or left,
she came back over. Look, and this was it. She was in his face. She pushed him one time. So as Scott is a father,
wait, is that the black guy with the dreads?
Yes, and it's a happy ending.
She was in the big dude's face. Oh, she was crazy.
She was screaming.
But you know what? I will say this, because I think the mothers, I have this conversation with David all the time. The one thing we have to realize, life isn't fair. Not that we don't keep pushing and trying to push against the disproportionate treatment and the inequality, but at the end of the day, I want my son to come home alive. And so I have trained him to understand, David, it's not about fair. It's about you being safe and you having a fruitful life.
And being smart.
So be smart, because you can't let people drag you into their ignorance. Because what that woman was doing, that was ignorant. And I think
antagonistic.
If it were opposite and this was a black woman getting in a young white boy's face, I think that the security would have removed her. And that's what should have happened. She should have been removed from the game.
No,
but
I have thoughts on this.
Okay.
And I can only tell you from my experience. And this is what I've learned throughout the years. So if I go back to when I was David's age, what I allowed were racist comments to affect me.
But there are no racist comments here.
Just it was. I'm sure there were racist comments. Were there racist comments?
No, we don't. I don't think. We don't know that, so I won't go that she made racist.
I think when I say racist comments, what I remember as a child was I allowed certain words to spark certain rage in me. The older I've gotten and the more you live, what you find are people, everybody's trying to tear you down in some manner or another. And you can't allow people to have words that can create certain types of emotions in you. Now, I don't know how you teach that. Like mine has kind of been an evolution of this process. I don't know how, but it's almost how you feel about yourself. Like if a young kid were to call me names and yell things out, I could look at a kid like, dude, I'm above you. I've gone where you have not even been yet, and your words cannot.
We should celebrate that young black boy for the way
Absolutely. He was asked by the Patriots owner to come to a game, and he was on CBS. I'm gonna try to get him on my show.
Oh wow!
And and he said he put out a statement, and he said, it was my first time at a football game, and I was determined not to let her ruin my experience. So that's why I want to celebrate him. I said to the producers, I said, can we get him on my show and get him some Janet Jackson tickets or scholarship or something? Because
I saw Janet Jackson on your show, Sherri.
Don't be changing the subject, Jessica.
But no, I think that tells you what he thinks about himself.
But I wonder, I guess
not allowed that.
The interview will be, what did you learn? How did you do that? Because even me, myself, I probably would have pushed her because of COVID. I can't take the spitting and the stuff in my face right now. It's very
disrespectful.
You got there's a bubble around me. Please get out my face. I might put my hands on it. So how did he learn? I guess because he was bigger than her. He was like, what are you doing to me? What did he learn, or what did his parents teach him, or coach, or him growing up?
But I love that about him. But what I'm asking Scott and Jessica, because we're single mothers, and also Scott, what you're talking about, which I so appreciate, you've evolved to this place of calmness, of peace, of going, I know who I am. So you screaming in my face because you've been through stuff. When you got a young man who's 17, 18, they're full of hormones. There's a rage in these young kids today that, with the way the world is and I do teach Jeffrey that life is not fair, that people, just because of his skin color, they just might not like him. But, I also, as a mother trying to raise a young boy who does feel a sense of self-worth, I get tired of having to say, you always have to take the high road and you got to leave. Like I asked Jeffrey, because Black men are not allowed to be angry. So I wonder what the ramifications are 20 years later when they have to suppress. And I asked Jeffrey, I showed him the video and I said, what would you do? And I love my son. He goes, because he stutters, he goes, I would have laughed, because I would have been like, hey, security, this crazy lady, she's just crazy. And so for me, I see that the humor, I've got to tap into that with Jeffrey. I got it because that's what got me when I got bullied, was my humor. So for Jeffrey, his father's a comic, I'm a comic. I just got to tap into, you got to laugh this off, Jeffrey. And I said, if it gets bad, you have to go get security and tell them, even if they look at you like you're a big man, you still got to tell them, or you have to just leave. Because I do, like you said, Jessica, at the end of the day, I want you to come home alive. You have special needs. My son looks like he's 23. If you take the chance to talk to him, he acts like a 14-year-old. But he loves going to games, Mets, football, basketball. And so just as a single mom, I was like, how do we equip our sons for this kind of behavior?
Yeah, I think as mothers, I think my mom, I used to fight people whenever they said your mama. If they sat there and said your mama, we had to fight. And one time I came back and my mom was looking at me like, boy, if you think I care what your little 7-year-old friend just said about me. And what it made me realize was my mom was above you have to instill, these people are trying to tell you you're less than, and you have to stand up and say, you have to laugh at them. Like you were saying, Jeffrey says, like, dude, I'm neither less than, I actually think I'm better than. And if you believe that within yourself, you won't get mad. But like I said, it takes a minute to get to that point when the world keeps telling you.
And the world keeps, and Joshua at a very young age has already been called the N-word twice. He's gone through it. So what I do, I call my son every name under the sun.
God! Did not expect that. But let me tell you something about your nephew.
I make sure his skin is tough.
Like that don't bother me.
I was like, oh, that's all he called you? That's all he got? And then I asked him, what was your comeback? He's like, I said, come on, you got to be quick on your feet. Your mama's a comic. What you say back?
Right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The worst thing any Caucasian person ever did to me, they called me the N-word, and I called them, I called them a hunky. And he called all his friends over. And he said, go ahead, Scott, tell them what you called me again. And they all laughed at me. And that's when I knew, oh my God, I'm letting them have words that have power over me, and I got nothing. I gave them the best I had. And they laughed in my face.
The word honky in so long. I don't even know how to spell it.
They fell out laughing at me. No,
and they laughed at you.
They called people. They were like, Bill, come over here. Come say that again, Scott. And they laughed in my face. And that's what I do. Okay.
That is hilarious.
And what they're saying to me is, man, there is no word. There's no word that can hurt me. And I got a word that can hurt you. So you can't.
So you can't let the word hurt you.
You cannot let things hurt you.
No power
You can't
in
let
the
people
word.
bring you down with words.
Right. Or ignorant behavior.
You
have to understand that woman was displaying ignorant behavior. Yeah. And we don't do ignorance. Right. And so let her be ignorant, but that doesn't mean you have to be ignorant too.
Yeah, her words are not true. She's just saying words. Or actions. Her actions are not true. Yeah.
And just yelling.
So then her getting in your face, you just would have, at the end of the day, because it wasn't about the words, it was hurt, the physicality. Would you have instructed David?
I would have to turn my back.
I'd have called security. I'd have called.
That's what we don't do.
Right.
They call security. We never call security. We don't call security. We got to learn. Call security. They're supposed to work for you too. You can call them.
It might turn on you. Wait, Chris, do you have any comments about any one of the subjects? Let's see if he has anything.
You've covered a few. Hang on. Let's check it out. People are agreeing white people not fazed by honky. I, for one,
oh gosh. Yeah, Chris, Scott, honky don't really scare nobody.
I was 12. I thought I had something. And let me tell you, I thought I had it in my back pocket. Like, okay, I got something for you. Nothing.
Yeah, shout out to KK382 for that one. I was going to say, Scott, that was on the back of my basketball jersey in middle school, so I don't know.
Exactly.
Chris Honky Denman. Hang on, we got some more here. Hang on.
Chris,
call security.
Even talking about this situation, woman, because you go to sporting events too, so you know trash talking. Somebody gets in your face, like, and you're a big man, Chris.
Yeah, I can't relate to being black in that situation, obviously, but I was 17 and the Rams were really good. I was 17 and went to a Chiefs game across the state, like 4 hours away. I'm 17 and 6'3", 200 and some pounds. And like I got cussed at by grown men, like my dad's age, and I had to take it in the moment, or I could fight 6 people at once. But it's it's not fun. It's unnerving, especially when you're younger, because you don't have the confidence that you're supposed to be there or anything.
And then I'll tell you, she had a backing. She was confident. She would never do that in a supermarket. But she knew she had the backing of probably 60,000 people. He did the right thing.
And that's the question I would like to ask you, Scott. Chris brought up a really great question. Usually when you're a teenager, you don't have that confidence that an older gentleman would have. Like Chris knows his size. He knows what he can do. He's got experience. You are, like most kids, we've taught them, adults, you defer to adults. Like Jeffrey, if an adult got in his face, he's pretty much going to do what the adult tells him because he will get scared. So that gentleman had the benefit of being a big guy. But I'm like, you know, like the situation where the little boy wandered onto a block that he wasn't, I don't know if you remember that video. He was on a block walking, looking for his friend, and then the white man who was military got in his face. You remember that? Got in his face and wouldn't let him. It kept, every time the boy tried to move to go around him, the man got in front of him. You got something like that. Like our kid, you grow into confidence. I was a very shy, timid girl. I didn't like to fight unless you pushed me against the wall in Chicago. At this age now, I'm very, very confident. You're not going to be up in my face. You know, my instinct, I'm Chicago. My instinct is not to laugh it off. I don't laugh anymore. I did that when I got bullied. You going to get these hands.
Right.
That's, you know, so like when you have a child who's just kind of, then how do you teach him to, but I guess what I'm getting is you got to teach him really about self-worth and who he is. To kind of
That's what I think. All of these things
Joshua has not learned
are
that yet.
psychological.
Let me tell you about.
That's good.
Can I interrupt you about Joshua for one hot second? Let me tell you how brilliant Joshua is, your nephew, Scott. You can get in Joshua's face. You might be able to overpower him, but Joshua gives you a look that's probably about 15 to 17 seconds long. He don't smile. He just look at you.
Right.
He starts calculating in his head. It's that same thing that Kym had when she would steal your bottle, drink it all and put it back in your mouth because she knew wasn't nobody looking. He's got the calculation part from his mother. And Joshua will calculate because he will be like, you can overpower me now, but I'm going to be at your car and all your tires going to be flat. And it might possibly, the engine might blow. Not sure.
Right.
That's all the calculations are going. Joshua will come back from the back end and get your behind. You ain't never got to worry about
Joshua. No doubt. No doubt. You're not going to get
look.
over on Joshua. I'm going to get you one way or another.
I've seen that look on Joshua. Joshua kicked Jeffrey one time when we were at Melba's in Harlem. And I saw Joshua kicking Jeffrey. And Jeffrey was like, kicking me. Josh was like, no, I didn't. And Joshua looked. He knew I was looking at him. He looked and kicked Jeffrey one more time. I said, this boy. And don't look at me and go, I didn't do anything.
It's raising boys is tough. It's tough, especially with single moms. Because like sometimes Kym will be asking me questions like, I'll be like, are you being serious? And boys have like me as a father, there's a part of me that's kind of like the smart thing to do would be to back out of a fight. But as a man, even if you have to take the butt kicking, you gotta stand up and you gotta stand your ground. The world is changing. You know, people don't just fight anymore. They bring other things. So it's a hard balance to, and the older I get, the toughness that I used to say, man, I teach my boy to be tough. I think I'm coming around to now coming home. It's more
important to show up at home.
Right. But it's a tough balance.
Well, thank you for that, Scott. I'm sorry, Chris.
Sorry, Scott, very well said. Do you all want to hear some comments? I don't know if I'm breaking up too much.
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
Don't challenge me.
No, because we got to get you to talk before it starts breaking up again.
Okay. This young man's actions showed he has been talked to by an adult who taught him about self-worth, discipline, and silence in an insane situation. Kudos to him. That's from Angela Hayes Crump.
I love that. Yeah, and so I can tell that young man has a mentor or father figure in his life. Because there was a man standing next to him, like with his hands on his shoulders, and he was saying stuff to him. And I'm imagining it. He was saying to him, "Keep you calm, keep you cool," but a lot of our boys don't have those mentors, which is why I say it's so important, single mothers. And I know how a lot of y'all feel. We're so leery about putting men into our son's life because we don't want them to be taken advantage of, because predators prey on single mothers. But you got to pray and ask the Lord to give you an extra dose of discernment, because I put around Jeffrey, Andre, our friend Andre. I had Jay, Niecy Nash's ex-husband. I had his basketball coach, and I made sure that they were always in there teaching Jeffrey little things like look me in the eye when you talk to me, and so it's so important having male figures. If you would introduce me to one of your colleagues, Scott, you and Jessica, maybe I could add another mentor.
We're going to do it. We're going to come up with something. We're going to come up with something. Does she have a type, Kym?
Sherri, she ain't got no type.
Sherri ain't got no type? Yeah, you don't have a type, Sherri?
Well, damn,
If
Kym,
they
that
breathe
sounds
in,
really terrible.
yeah.
That's terrible, Kym.
I've got
That's really bad what you just said about me. And the way you said it, Scott, what type of Sherri? Well, Sherri, she ain't got no type. She did whatever.
If he breathed it.
If he breathed,
she might have had a type when she was younger. But when you get older, you really ain't got no type, Scott. You gotta,
Kym got a type.
You want him to be a good man.
Like Kym will have a dude that's smaller than her, and I'm like, that ain't Kym's type. That ain't.
I used to like little dudes.
Did you?
Yeah, remember even in high school, I liked short dudes with glasses. That's why I like Lil Rel. Remember?
That's why you like Rel. You
like
scared Rel. You know Lil Rel, don't you, Scott?
No,
Lil Rel Howard. He's a comedian. He. Oh, you remember the movie Get Out?
Yes, that's Lil Rel.
He was the security guard with glasses. So Kym used to like Rel.
No, I never kicked it with him, but I like it.
Okay.
I don't know why I like little dudes.
Rel is
he's
white.
Little. He's not little.
He ain't.
But that's what
he's smaller than me.
That's what his stage name was too, Lil Rel Howard.
Lil Rel.
But Kym liked Rel.
Kevin Hart, all of them.
She liked it.
Yeah. You know why? Somebody told me. They said because I can control them.
Yeah, Kym either has to control somebody or be totally controlled. I ain't seen nobody that can totally control.
It ain't no in the middle.
Yeah, there's no in the middle. No in the middle.
It's time for him to go.
You want some more comments?
What
yes,
else you
we
got?
love comments.
Dr.
Anything you want to ask Scott? If y'all want to ask Scott, Kym's brother, anything about Kym, anything.
Okay, Sherri.
He's amazing and wonderful. Just married, happily married, raising 4 kids. Three kids.
Joshua too. Joshua said he wants to stay here.
So if y'all want to ask Scott
anything, he want to stay there because he loves their house. I was like, what's wrong with our house? He said, their house. He said, Mommy, just leave me here. I got a place to chill. I got this. They got, I guess he was like, they got room. They got a basement where I can watch TV. I can do my homework over here in this bed. This could be my bedroom. I just like their house, Mommy. I want to live here.
That is hysterical.
So now I got to go buy a new house. But go ahead.
That's the way women think. Now I got to go buy a new house.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about my house not being.
Kym's old ADHD behind.
Go ahead,
y'all want to ask Scott anything, he's here. What's the comments? You want to ask my weight loss, how he did it? Okay. Anything you want to ask Scott? He's an open book. I'm speaking for Scott. That's the problem. I ain't got no man.
Now maybe people will know that Kym got a second brother too. After the
oh yeah, we always get caught.
I'm sorry.
Go on, Chris.
I'm not gonna talk over you guys. It's way better when you guys talk anyway. I love the two of you and Chris. You fit right in. You should be called Two Funny Mamas and Papa Bear. Hilarious. Kay Daniels says Merry Christmas. Saucy Cedar Network's laughing at little dudes with glasses with Kym. MM thinks it's pretty funny that you used to like little dudes. Dr. JLW says. Dr. JLW says Frisky Sherri never lets me down. Kym, you can hit the short ones in the top of their head. I'm a 5'9" woman, not my thing. That's from Darlene.
They say you can hit the short ones in the top of the head, Kym.
Yeah. Okay.
HR says Kym's family is very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
Kym does have an attractive family.
Mo 1797 has a question for Scott.
Uh-oh.
Do you know that Chris and Kym are in love?
That is hysterical. Kym is flying under the radar now. I don't know who Kym be kicking.
You don't know what's going on.
I think Scott would be the first to warn me I'm being played.
Look, Chris, you heard what Scott said. Either you control Kym or Kym gonna control you. And we didn't see. Look, Scott, Chris came to LA so we could do our podcast at the Laugh Factory. And I told him, I said, Chris, you don't get too sure of yourself. He came in cocky, like, I'm gonna control Kym. He left with nothing behind his eyes. He was comatose. You literally
Shark
had to
eyes.
guide him around. The moment Kym said, come to my house, Chris, I was like, you lost. You done fell down the hole. He came over to my house and just couldn't even say nothing. I fed him grapes.
Really? I believe it. I
Yeah,
believe
Chris,
it.
she
don't
sucked
take none
out
of this
his
in, Chris.
soul.
Chris,
Look, and he
he
took her to a club where black women go to hide their white men. He took her to one of them clubs, and she still sent him home a shell of his former producing self.
Y'all are killing me.
I did take
a shell of himself.
Chris took me to this restaurant. I got in the restaurant, and all I see is black women with white men.
Chris had Googled that. He found that restaurant.
I was
He yelped it
really trying
and
to set
Googled
the
it,
tone.
and he was so proud when he took him to that restaurant. And he still got on that plane. They had to put him in the special needs section.
That is hysterical.
Here, you want some more comments?
Yes.
Okay, a lot of great ones. Everyone's really excited that you're eating on the podcast, Sherri.
Because I'm hungry.
She's eating on the podcast.
Finally! I was so Sherri never eats on the podcast. I eat all the time.
Look at that. Salmon and scrambled eggs.
Oh, that looks delicious. We didn't see.
Oh, there go Chris. There you go, Chris.
Go, let me see. Can I see Chris in the family?
There you go. You trying to see his family?
No, can I see him in our family?
You know your ancestors look like Chris. This ain't no
you're right.
from the Whitley family.
I'll let you call me honky if you invite me to Thanksgiving next year.
Hey, we can do that. I'll do that.
That is so.
Oh my gosh, Scott.
Okay, I got a question for Chris. I got a question for Chris.
Yes, sir.
If there is no word, if hunky does not, if that doesn't faze you, is there a word in the English language that does?
I want to see Chris answer this one.
For me personally, it would be phony, or like if I respected you and you called me a loser, that would hurt really bad.
See,
okay, but that is across the board. Everybody would. Is there a specific
I got nothing.
name?
You got nothing. You can't hurt
There's
me.
nothing. We got nothing.
You know why, Chris? Because they don't come from a place of pain, so ain't no word gonna affect Chris.
And if you called me, like I'm out in the country right now, and if you called me like a hillbilly or trailer trash or something, I'd be like, nah, okay, whatever.
Really? Really?
There's no word. And Chris, I'm not talking about you like to offend you, but I'm going for like, white dudes, like there's no word that's like
do you know how powerful that is? That is
I do, and I try not to be a jerk about it, but yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
I mean, you could hurt my feelings. I was like you, man. Like you get into all these dumb fights when you're younger and stuff. So I can't imagine having that that extra switch that black people are going to have in those situations. So
or like you kind of grow out of yours. At a certain point, you're like, there is no word. For most,
no, you can still call Chris a loser. He would. I think your feelings would be hurt because but you're not a loser though.
But it depends on who it's coming from and what's the context,
Right.
You know when I would call Chris a loser, Scott?
You can call anybody a loser.
Right.
But Scott,
I'm talking about yeah.
Like you know why I would call Chris a loser? If he did not wash no damn dish and fix something that broke around the house, I'd be like, "The fuck, you loser! Your mama teach you. Look, you gonna disappear. Oh, now you gonna disappear. You don't know how to fix the daggone the shelf is hanging off the wall. You can't put it back together. You don't know how to erase the grass. You's a loser.
You scared me, Sherri. You scared me.
That's not important.
Chris, do you know how to erase some grass?
I can aerate.
Aerate. Oh, aerate.
Don't you get on national TV and say aerate?
Hey, take away black white. Do you know how highfalutin you all's conversation sounded?
That is true. That is true. We recognize that now. We do
This was supposed to be a
recognize.
Christmas. This was supposed to be a
I'm here.
I
Christmas
do
live.
recognize that.
This is supposed
I'm
to be a
here in the
Christmas.
country. I'm here in the country where people won't spend extra on like a truck, but they'll get farm equipment, and it's like,
Oh, jeez.
Bomb.
I get you. I get that. I do get that. There were a couple
oh,
things
so
I'm like,
funny.
ooh, should we even
Kym
say
is
No,
that?
you
about
bring
to
it.
bring. Kym is about to bring a farmer into your life, Scott.
That is hysterical.
A 6'5"
I want
farmer.
a farm.
Oh yeah, she wants a
I
farm.
want a farm.
Meet your next in-law right there.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Doc.
already got one.
And let me tell you, and Jessica, Chris know how to fix everything because he grew up on a farm. He can kill wolves and everything.
Ooh, no, I'm telling you, you need somebody like that. I'm watching Yellowstone. They know how to wrangle a horse. I'm like,
That's what Chris know
and
how to
that
do.
day come. That's what you need
Chris
to know.
can chop down a tree right in front of your house and make napkin holders from it. That's Chris.
I know.
I'm about it, Chris.
Chris, you ever aerated a lawn?
Have what?
Have you ever aerated a lawn? That's the first question.
I told Kym I wouldn't tell anybody about it.
Aerated your lawn.
Oh my gosh. Is this the Christmas show still?
It's a weird way for you to find out. I apologize.
That's okay.
Oh my
Merry
God.
Christmas, everybody. That's what the
Hold
podcast is.
Hold it.
Wait, what?
Is there really a thing?
What?
Between them?
Oh, that's
Me and Chris?
Where?
No, of course not.
Oh, wait, Chris, hold up. You know what this was? This was a who's coming to dinner conversation. Scott was like, wait, hold up.
He sound like he's been to dinner already. Not coming to dinner.
Move that water, Kym.
Oh,
Move the water bottle.
Hey, Scott. Hey, tell Kym, tell Scott thanks for tuning in to our live show at the Laugh Factory where we kissed on stage in front of a sold out crowd.
Oh yeah, we did. We did kiss on stage.
Really?
That was before Kym sucked his soul out and he became a shell of his former self. That as soon as she kissed him, that was like the Godfather. You know how the Godfather kissed you when you died? That's what happened. Kym kissed him and Chris died.
I understand. Kym.
Scott, rest assured, nothing went past that because I couldn't get her shelves to stay up at her place. So
yeah, she'll cut you in a minute. You
could aerate,
it was over.
Then I left a horse head on his pillow.
Yeah. She's a gangster. It's a Godfather.
Oh my gosh! All right, we're gonna go back to the holiday stuff.
This is the last question. So Scott and Jessica, I said, tonight, why don't we watch some classic holiday movies?
Yes.
They both were like, they have never seen Miracle on 32nd Street. They have never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Miracle on 34th.
Thank you. Obviously, I haven't either.
That's what I knew. You didn't.
But what are some classic Christmas movies we should watch tonight?
The Wiz.
That's not Christmas. You think
yes,
The Wiz?
It is.
Okay, The Wiz. What about Jingle Jangle? Scott was like, Jingle Jangle.
What is that?
Jingle Jangle. Thank you, Sherri.
It's on.
Thank you. Jingle Jangle.
All right.
Kym, you can't be giving no movies that you almost was in, but they didn't cast you.
Okay. All right. How did she know? See, she knew what it was. See, Sherri knew what it was.
Is that what that was?
Any movie that Kym is saying that we don't know what it is, that's the movie she almost had a role in, but for some reason didn't get it.
I couldn't sing.
Oh, is that it?
They tried to give it to me.
That is hysterical.
Okay, what's
a Christmas movie. What's that one that wasn't it with Anthony Perkins or Perkins where they took him back to Christmases that was? What his life would have been? Scrooge. That's a really good Christmas movie.
That's a good
I usually watch Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone.
Family Man.
A Family Man.
Family
What is
Man.
that?
That's a good one. With Nicolas Cage. Oh, we used to watch
Christmas Vacation.
No,
How about Roots?
I want to ask the fans who are listening to us, what's some great Christmas movies that you watch around Christmas? That's a really good idea. I'm gonna make Jeffrey
You
watch
ready?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chris,
We've got some.
Go, Chris.
Tina says Jingle All the Way with Sinbad. It's a must see. Irina says Miracle on.
Oh, wait, we gotta write this down. Jingle
I
all
gotta
the
write
way.
this down. Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way with Sinbad. Go ahead, Chris.
Irina says Miracle on 125th Street with Lunel. What is that?
That's on OnlyFans. By the way, go to Lunel's OnlyFans account. She's making more money on OnlyFans than she is as a comic.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, she making good money.
Wow.
Shawnee's. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Sorry.
Shawnee's World says A Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Terrence Hill says This Christmas.
This Christmas. Who's in that?
I saw that. That was cute.
Who's in that?
This Christmas. Who's in that?
Chris Brown. She said just.
I'm not
Chris
sure.
Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown. Oh, okay. This sounds good.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. This Christmas. That's a Regina King. Remember in the shower, that famous shower scene. Yes.
Oh, never saw it. I'm going to watch it. Wait, Chris, can I interrupt you for a second? Wasn't there a Christmas movie with a bunch of comics? Monique, JB Smoove, Regina. It was Regina Hall.
I think it was This Christmas, wasn't it?
There's another one.
Is it called This Christmas?
I think that's a different one. Let me see.
It had all of these comics in it.
Googling it.
Okay.
Okay, keep going, Chris.
Argelis says Best Man Holiday.
Good one.
I believe I had a few up here. Hang on. Monica agreed with one of them. Sorry, y'all. Here we go. Yeah, Monica said Jingle Jingle was amazing. MM loves watching Christmas movies. Says Elf. This is Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Elf.
A New Orleans Noel. Patti LaBelle says Makila.
Oh, New Orleans Noel. That's a good one.
Fifi.
Almost Christmas is the one with the comics. Jessica Gould.
Oh, Almost Christmas. That was really good.
Okay, put that down there.
Fifi C says When Harry Met Sally. I mean, that's just a anytime movie, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got it.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Home Alone from HR.
Oh, Home Alone, classic.
What? The Sandra Bullock
Key, shout out to Key. Merry Christmas Eve. She's holding it down at the Midcoast studio. She says Elf.
Thank you, Key. Key and Chris Key, we're going to send you a little something because this is Christmas Eve and you're doing the podcast and I know you want to go shopping or something. So thank you, Chris, for asking Key to do the sound engineering while you are out there.
I want to know why we're doing it, but didn't we do a podcast for Christmas this week?
No, I asked you if we could do a holiday live to say Merry Christmas to everybody.
But we ain't said Merry Christmas yet.
Because I didn't know I was going to have a joy of being able to talk to Scott and Jessica about your crazy ass. This is something I can't pass up.
Why you got on the
I'm still not even done asking him questions. Scott.
Yes.
Why does she have so many people at her house? If you go to Kym's house, there are literally a minimum of 13 other crazy people at her house.
I go to Kym's house and I have to take a vacation from my vacation. And when she lived on Babcock's, you couldn't even find a place to get away from people over in Babcock's. I'd be like,
and it doesn't matter what time I go over there. Somebody's always coming by. I literally walked downstairs with a towel on, taking a shower because I thought it was me, her, and Andre. There was 13 people watching TV.
No, this is what I found out. And I found this out this day. I used to think everybody wanted to be around Kym. Kym has to be around people. If you say Kym's in our house right now, Kym can't stand to be alone. If Kym is mind herself, she's going to find somebody. And Kym gravitates to people. And she's like my dog. She has to be around people. My dog, if he's around people, he's cool.
Don't listen to nothing
So
Scott
it's
saying.
Kym. It's not
Kym
the
got to be around
people.
people.
That's what and see, here's the
Yeah.
deal. Everybody wants to fix Kym because I always got to hear from everybody. Every man wants to come in and fix Kym. And I try to tell every single one of them, stop trying to fix her. It's always people at the house. She don't never want to listen. I want the best for Kym because I love her. And then I'm like, she gonna suck your soul dry.
Yes.
Run. But they don't
Run! She said run.
Yes.
You remember that sticky strip they used to hang off the wall that attracted flies, and once you got on the sticky strip, you just died. That's what Kym is. Kym is the sticky strip.
You just die on the strip.
You die on the strip. That's what Kym is. Kym is that sticky
with a bunch
strip.
of other dead people on the strip. You just dead.
You look over and you see them.
Right. You got to remember that part when we go on tour because that's better. That's an upgrade from David's joke. I like that one.
What did David say?
David would say, you come to Kym's house and she just got men hanging on hooks. They still alive.
That is Kym's house. There are men with the hook in their body just hanging, and we're used to it, so we just go and push them out the way.
Right. Just keep on going. There
are men in Kym's house. Scott, you remember Alien, the movie Alien, when they found all them pods, and the one woman opened her eyes and she was like, "Help me!" That's how the men are in Kym's life. They're silently screaming, "Help me!"
Yeah, I don't know how Kym does it. I mean,
wait, hold up.
What's that?
They can't get out the driveway because of all the snow. You know we in a winter storm, right?
Oh, you can't?
It's definitely not Hannah's car. We could probably get through with a truck.
With a truck? Okay.
That's when you give David that shovel. See, that's what a woman
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. I can't believe it's an upset when you got this young buck in the house.
Because a woman ain't going to like being stuck in the driveway. And a man in the house.
Let me go show her. Let me show y'all.
Oh, yeah, show us.
This is the...
Oh, it's so beautiful. Bring it down. Bring it down. Oh, look at all that snow.
Wait, is it open? I opened this door and then it froze open. And Scott was mad at me. The dog won't go past here. He keeps pissing at the door. Wait, Scott, the door won't open no more. Do y'all feel the cold?
Yes.
So it was blowing and it's below. It's like a -5 below.
Oh, wow. Close the door. It's cold.
Went out the house, girl, and his hair froze.
Oh my God.
Can't get
Where's
it closed.
Joshua?
Joshua downstairs, he getting up. You know, he's on LA time, so I can't never get him up. Okay.
So put Scott back.
Look. Scott, what? Scott? Oh, look, it fogged up the daggone. Look how pretty this is.
Tell Jessica. Tell Jessica. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the tree.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I love all of the art. Kym, you know what's so funny? Do you see how all of their art is hanging on the walls and not on the floor?
Up. I asked Scott to come. Only reason the art is hanging is because Scott knows how to frame it and hang it. I don't have nobody at my house like that.
Kym, you have literally 5 men at one time at your house. None of them know how to hang and frame.
She said, that's another turn on Sherri when he learned how to mat and frame something. I was like, can you mat
frame and aerate?
And aerate. Those are criteria.
Scott
I never knew women needed or wanted handy men that much. I did not know that.
Because let me tell you something, Scott. When you good with your hands, you good with your hands.
I wish I could say I was good with my hands. Am I good with my hands, baby?
Is he good with his hands, Jessica?
You gotta see Hannah's face. Hannah is sitting there with her mouth open. Hannah is uncomfortable with all of this.
Scott, I have a question.
Let me tell you something, Hannah. I promise you, Hannah, in 40 years, you gonna be as nasty as your auntie and her friend.
That's your auntie.
What?
That's your auntie Sherri.
I'm telling you, Hannah, this is gonna be your whole conversation. The medication you taking, your joints, and men.
That's it.
That's it.
That's gonna be the roster.
And the way you dancing, your knees gonna hurt early.
Not my little Hannah.
Not me.
Not Hannah.
I can't believe I've been.
Hannah is going to the nunnery after Hadestown.
We ain't gonna talk about
when you tried to send Kym.
No.
Hannah walked in on y'all?
Yes.
I think she.
Do
you remember?
Traumatized. She's still traumatized.
No, you should have seen it.
Face,
Hannah walked in and tried to crawl herself out the door. She was like walking real slow, like nobody could see her. And then she like just got on her knees and just crawled out the door, and shut the door.
Oh no!
And let me tell you something about fathers. I bet you Scott looked up and was like, "She'll be all right. Let's keep going."
She be all right. Right. What's done is done.
No, and then I was like, Scott, we have to go have a family conference.
She want to go have a family conference with her.
The elephant in the room.
I felt
like she just gonna bust in on her
parents. I felt upset and hurt.
That her mama was such a nasty woman.
No, this is resurging memory.
Oh, poor baby.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why y'all didn't lock the door?
Hold on, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Lock the door.
It was like 4 in the morning.
It was not.
Why were you up at 4 in the morning?
She's always up, and she just busts in people's rooms.
No.
But it wasn't that. This is what's so bad about it. I usually don't do this. I'm telling you, she literally caught me. I think. We have not had this family discussion before.
Why are we getting in detail?
I think I was talking nasty. And I never talk nasty. And I think she heard it.
Look at her. She's like this right now.
Well,
really?
The true story is, what happened was, I walked into the room, saw and heard some things I did not need to see. But I was afraid to leave and open the door again. So I crouched under and plugged my ears. And then, when I thought they were sleeping, I tried to escape. But then no. I was gonna stay until I thought they were sleeping and try to leave. But then my dad got up and he tripped over me.
Oh my God! This is a Christmas treat right here. What?
He tripped over me.
He tripped over you?
And then I proceeded to crawl out the room and leave. Why at that point I didn't just stand, since I'd obviously been caught? I don't.
She just crawled herself out.
I
have a question.
love the Whitley clan. Y'all need a reality show.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I can't say it.
Scott.
Oh God.
Scott, I have a question.
Yeah. What's that?
Don't you feel it was excessive to have the T-square in the room with you two?
Yes, it was quite excessive. Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Little architecture humor for you.
Yes. He was playing on architecture.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all whole family.
Kim's like, what's a T-square?
I'm at. The baby was in the room, and then she just told the truth on National Live. She said, the truth is I stayed. Yeah. And y'all never knew that.
Yeah, and that's kind of messed me up a little bit.
Yeah, because if Scott was talking nasty the way I think he was talking, the way he
that's why I said we had to have a family conference. I said, Scott, how long was she there?
But y'all never talked to her.
We did. We talked to her that night.
Did we?
Yes, we had to go in, and I said, Hannah, we have to talk about this.
Is that how you said it, Jessica?
Yes, I got scientific.
Jessica's always
what you say?
Crazy.
What you said?
She said, I've heard you two talking enough tonight.
I said, Hannah, I had to explore her feelings. What do you feel right now? If this was a natural thing, you don't have to feel like embarrassed, but what's your feelings now? And she said, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, because you didn't know she heard your man talking nasty.
Let me tell you.
She was still in there.
Right.
I was talking some talk too, Jack. Who owns this?
Oh my gosh. And depending on the answer Jessica gave.
I'm telling you, it was a rare thing. She called me on a rare. I'm quiet. I'm a quiet dude, man. That night, I must have been drinking or something. I don't know. I was talking trash.
This is a Christmas talk I love.
I hope my daddy don't see this.
I hope your daddy do.
You grown, and you got
now I feel
children.
like Hannah.
You got kids. What's wrong with y'all?
But no, as a dad, you still don't ever. You think dad wants to visualize anything on you?
No.
No, it ain't.
But that's why I want to give.
No.
We did not give dad breakfast. What time is it? 2 o'clock. Oh, Lord, we ain't fed my father. He had medicine. Scott, we got to give him breakfast. Jesus. You got it? Oh, Lord. Daddy, we coming. Daddy! Good morning! Daddy, you hungry?
Okay. I'm so.
Oh, we got to give him a boost. Lord have mercy. We didn't feed him. It's lunchtime. Lord, I might wonder why the man losing weight. Good morning, Dad. It's Sherri Shepherd's fault. I told you. Getting on here with Sherri.
I'm going to send you some pictures to show your father.
Oh, my goodness. We ain't fed Dad.
They ain't thought about it either. That's what's the best.
Gotta feed him in the morning. Yeah, we ain't thought about it. Where's Hannah? Can you check on Papa? Just check on, see if he all right. Tell him we're bringing him breakfast. Is he okay?
What is Scott putting in the microwave?
A breakfast sandwich.
Jeez, oh my God. Is that how y'all treat your daddy? After all these years?
This is immediate food. We're doing the immediate food. Gotta get him
some grapes
and a boost.
We got to take this. We got to take this down. You're going to get hit for elder abuse.
What time were y'all supposed to have fed him and gave him the medication?
Probably about 11:30.
My latest 11. He wakes up probably around 10. But why didn't Daddy come downstairs and say I'm hungry? He never
does. Why is it on him? He got all them kids there.
Well, no, that's why he don't. It's on us. It's definitely on us.
But look, we over here eating good. We done ate chips. We eating all kind of cheese. He ain't nothing, but we full.
We full, been having sex conversations. We were distracted.
When I tell you, I'm coming out there to spend Christmas. I'm coming out there to spend Christmas in Cleveland, Ohio with the Whitley.
Come on.
I'm bringing Jeffrey.
Well, I'm glad that you brought some discovery to the family today, talking to you.
Wow. We're going to have to unpack this because in my mind are all of the phrases that Scott probably said.
Oh, and I said them all, Sherri.
And on the other side are the responses I feel Jessica gave.
Meanwhile, Hannah is on the floor crouched like this. But this is what's really funny about the whole thing that no one has picked up on. Obviously, it wasn't too long because she was able to crouch down and wait.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Kym. Don't do that to your brother. That's like calling him fatty. Don't do that to your brother.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hannah didn't say.
Hannah did compliment to me.
Oh,
you can't. I was like, you can't take this.
No, you understand? You can't handle it. You can't handle it. The fact that Hannah wasn't complaining about being on the floor for so long is hilarious to me. Had it been me, she'd have been like, "Oh, my knees was cramping. I was down there for days."
Well, obviously, this freakiness runs in the family because Scott and Jessica, when Kym let me stay at her house when I got into an argument with my first ex-husband, the first thing she said to me, because was it Kyle that picked me up? I think it was Kyle.
It was Leon.
The first thing Kym said was, "You can stay in my room." I said, "Kym, where are you?" She was like, I'm not home." Okay, so she wasn't home, and it was late at night. And she says to me, "Whatever you do, you can stay in my room. Don't look under the bed."
Oh, no.
Don't go in the box.
So the first thing I did, Kym had a basket of batteries. And then when I looked under the bed, there was eradication tools under her bed. It was all kinds of machinery and equipment. So y'all Whitleys is a freaky bunch.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Kym. Kym used to tell me, if I die tomorrow, there's some money and stuff I think you all might be aware of that might need to find. But the first thing you do is go to my closet and get that box and burn that box. Okay? The first thing you do, there's a box in the closet. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. Just burn it. And then do whatever you got to do.
That's so interesting because Kym told me and Andre, God forbid if something happened to me, on the left side of my bed and the right side in both nightstands, there's some things I need y'all to take out and burn. So apparently this girl she done told every window probably know to go under the kitchen sink and get them to it. This stuff buried all over Kym's yard.
All over the place. And she got multiple plans. And
she got multiple plans.
I used to do a joke like that. Then I said, then go down the hallway. Stick your hand. I said, at this point, you might want to wear gloves. I forgot about that joke. I used to tell her.
Serious. She was serious as a heart attack. She wasn't even. There is truly a box.
Yeah, that joke did do that. And it said, as a matter of fact, take the computer and just throw it in the pool.
Right.
And don't let nobody. The end of the joke was, don't let nobody speak to the dog. He know everything.
Well, I think this is a very good place to end.
Yes, it's over. It's over.
It's a wrap.
Happy holidays.
It was a sheer joy to hang out with the Whitley family today. I hope you guys, this is our last time together in 2022. I can't believe this year has gone by. So, as you get older, the year just goes by so fast. When you 12, you can't wait to be 13. You can't wait to be 16. You can't wait to be 18. It's the longest period. But at this age, it's like you look up and go, 2022 just was here.
Right. Yeah. It's over. Gone.
So I appreciate all of my friends, including you guys. I'm so thankful for another day.
And you know what? Let me do a quick shout out.
Yes.
Don't forget, I'm going to be in Bowie for New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Show with me, Joe Claire, Howie Bell, and Dominique for New Year's Eve at the Bowie. Hold up. I know Chris. What's the name of the place, Chris? The Bowie Center, the Bowie.
Give me 1 second. I'll tell everybody all about it.
Okay. I should have pre-warned you, but I want to make sure I give a shout out, and I need to post it, of course, but you know me, just to make sure that
you ready?
It is going to be at the Bowie. Here it is. It's going to be at the Bowie Center. Oh, go ahead. Bowie Center
you, Kym. You got it.
Bowie Center for Performing Arts. That is this next Saturday, New Year's Eve. Be live music, champagne toast, hosted by Joe Claire. That is the 31st. And we're going to have, you can get tickets at bowiecenter.org, or you can get it at Joe Claire, and that's CLAIR.com. And that's for the tickets. Or you can go, that's it. Bowie Center for the Performing Arts, if you all want to have a New Year's Eve celebration in the Maryland, Virginia area. Now, why would Scott go get ice in the middle of it?
It's been a hot convo.
Because he got to feed Daddy. He trying to get Dad's food up there for Should you put mayonnaise?
Yeah, because that breakfast sandwich in the microwave might be too hot.
No, it might turn into a cold brick.
You put mayonnaise on the sandwich?
No.
He doesn't want it? Dry? When I tell you this boy is running up the steps, because he know we are shameful. How we feed Daddy? All right, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody. We'll see you in 2023. Hope you had a great time with us.
Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas.